Sarah Grace, God calls us to shine His light to others through our actions, and I have learned more about His steadfast and unconditional love through your example than anywhere else in my life. Your journey of resilience, persistence, and prayer is a testimony of the Lord's goodness and provision. Your obedience and faithfulness has been rewarded.
I had so many experience with Andrè, learned a lot with him. He's such a good friend, and if I have to choose again to have a son, I'll choose Andrè again.
I returned to church after not being in church for like 10 years. And I walked in and she was the first one that greeted me. The first person to greet me in church in like over 10 years. It was her. And I used to longboard to church then because I lived close by. And I was like, hey, can I leave this somewhere? She's like, yeah, right over there. And then after church I went and found her and I'm like, where's my longboard? I told her after she gave me the longboard, I was like wondering who she was the whole time. Because I was like, who was that girl? Like, I could not stop thinking about her. So that's how we met.
That point in my life, the Lord had been telling me that He wanted me to like take a season where I was just single and focusing on Him and like my move to Portland and the friends that I was making. Men were not even on my radar, dating or anything, and He was just another person that was walking into church that I was just greeting. That was March of 2022.
Yeah.
And then at the end of May, there was a like church service and worship night. He stayed after and a bunch of us went and got pizza together. Then it was like end of June. The church had a park day and it was also Father's Day that year. So we just kind of hung out at the park that day. And so we talked a little bit, and then when he left, I didn't even remember this, but I was just saying bye and I gave him a hug.
She gave me a big hug.
It really left an impression on him.
My dad asked about the hug. He's like, who's the girl that really hugged you?
That afternoon, he followed me on Instagram, and then he started sending me messages a little bit. So then over the next few weeks after that,
we still saw each other and we started singing by each other at church. And then I asked what her summer plans were, and she's like, I'm going home for what?
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
I did 2 weeks in Chicago and 4 weeks with my parents.
And then I was like, yeah, work is a little exhausting right now. She's like, well, you should come down to California if you want to like get away. And I told God if the tickets are less than 200, I'll buy it. And it was like 160. Like that night, I bought a ticket.
The last Sunday before I flew out, a bunch of us went out to lunch. He needed a ride home, so I brought him back. And when we got there was like a space in his apartment where you can go up and people can use it for different things.
Room.
And he was saying this community room can be used for ministry. I've been asking people at church to come and check it out to see if they could use it. You're here, can you check out the room? So I parked really quickly, and then we went up and saw the community room, which is on the top floor of his apartment building, and there's a balcony that looks out on the city. So then we ended up hanging out for like 2 hours up there, just talking. I still wasn't really thinking about dating, but I remember feeling like you were like home and safe. And I even had the thought, I was like, if I really like get to know this person, I'm gonna really love him.
I always tell her she's my safest place. You know, I didn't feel safe for a long time in my life. I was hurt by a lot of people. I've never felt this about someone, or felt that someone has my best intentions over anything else. Mm-hmm. She's the safest thing I have, and that's how I feel about her.
He was probably the first guy that I felt like calm and safe around, not like on guard when I was like alone with him. And he was so patient. I think that was the other thing that really like drew me to him. He would ask me out and I would turn him down, and I would be worried that afterwards he'd be like, okay, I don't want to deal with this anymore, like that's too hard. But he never was fazed by it. He's like, yeah, that's fine, like if that's what God's telling you to do, then like figure out what God's telling you, and then, you know, come back and I'll be
here. I ain't going anywhere.
Andrè, the way you came into my life was the sweetest and most unexpected blessing that I have ever received. The patience and steadfastness with which you pursued and waited for me was something that truly made me feel honored and loved by you before we even started talking. Years before I met you, I told the Lord that I wanted to marry a man that made me feel like spending time with him was spending time with Jesus. From the first time we hung out on your balcony looking out at the city, I knew the Lord had answered my prayer. Every second I get with you feels holy and sacred. You are the greatest gift the Lord has given me this side of heaven. You lead with strength, wisdom, and humility. You love not only me, but everyone you know with the heart of the Lord. Yours is a sacrificial love that puts the good of others before your own comfort. Being loved by you is healing. No matter what I do, your interactions with me are always led by the unwavering love, steadfastness, and goodness of the Lord. I have never doubted your love and devotion to me, and I know I never will. Over the years, I have clung onto Psalm 27:13 in times of trouble. I remain confident in this: I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Every moment with you, whether good or bad, is a glimpse of the Lord's goodness to me and a fulfillment of the promises that the Lord has given me. And so, Andrè, I vow to spend my life protecting this bit of goodness that the Lord has blessed us with. I promise to cherish, respect, and honor you, and to devote my life to helping you become the man the Lord has created you to be. I will be a partner that always pushes you towards righteousness and holiness. I will support you in your big dreams and cheer you on in both the good times and bad. I will be the mother to your children and work alongside you to raise people who love the Lord above all else. I will speak truth into your life and build you up, reminding you of your strength when you feel weak. I will honor you, our marriage, and family with my words and with my actions. In all things, I will strive after unity and treat you with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. You are my goodness, my safe place, my home, my sweetest boy, and I promise to love you for an eternity.
Sarah Grace Rosselli, I love you so much. Do you remember the first day we met? Seems like a lifetime ago. Every day since has been a dream with you. I remember being so nervous to walk into church after so long, and there you were greeting me at the front door. The Lord brought me to you, and from the first moment I saw you, I knew we were meant to be together for all of our days. You looked at me with those big brown eyes, and I fell hard for you. You have become my best friend, my companion, and my lover. There is no one else I want to build a life with. I can't believe I get to do it and have you by my side each and every day. You always encourage me so much. You tell me to run on the days I don't want to. You push me to be a better man. You challenge me in all the right ways. The way you love the Lord and your steadfast faith in Him is so beautiful to watch. You made me believe in love. You protect my heart and help me love myself again. You have been the safest place for me to become the man that I never thought I could be, and one of the greatest gifts God has ever given me. I know He brought us together. This is the love from Him, and I will honor it. I will honor you every day. I promise to always be your rock. I promise to always love you on the good and bad days. I promise to love you above all others, and to value you in my life as a precious gift. To your mom and dad, I will always take care of their sweet angel. Seeing that smile every day, seeing your eyes light up when you see me is the best feeling in the world. Watching you get timid when you're feeling safe, and hearing you laugh at one of my typical jokes. Doing anything with you feels like home. I am truly the luckiest man in the world, and I can't believe I get to spend the rest of my days with you. I am yours, SG. I am your protector. I am your rock. I am your light when it feels dark. I will never stop pursuing you. I will never stop loving you. I will forever be yours. I love you, Sarah Grace.
think I'm excited for all the different Andres I'm going to meet. I've met, so many different Andres right now, but then there's other ones that are coming, like someday when he's a dad, or like if we move somewhere else, then he'll be a little bit different.
We want time for ourselves and travel, and there's a lot of places I'd like to see. I also like to see places she's never been, which is hard, but it's also different when you're doing it together.
It'll be exciting to find new places to explore.
We know if we're wherever the Lord puts us, we'll be happy, so I'm really just trusting Him.